So I want to talk about relating chords, and I'm going to use two chords that commonly appear in our jazz progressions. So we're going to talk about B flat 7 and E flat. So referencing the other videos, let's spell out these chords. So B flat 7. So let's just start with the 7 first. In the key of B flat, our 7th is A, but because it's a dominant, because it's 7th, we're going to flat it. So we have A flat. So in our key, we have B. Our 3rd is B, C, D. Our 5th is B flat, C, D, E flat, F. So there we have our chord. Make sure I draw an F, not an A. There we go. B flat, D, F, A flat. Okay? And then next common chord that we go to would be the 4 chord, which would be E flat. So we have E flat, G, B flat, which is our 5th. Okay? And what you want to do is you want to find common tones or half steps. Okay? So you look at this and you want to see, okay, we have a B flat. You can play a B flat across these 2 chords. So as you're playing to a jazz progression, you can use that note across those 2 chords. And so anytime you come across chords, you want to find those relations, make a melody between those, between all of those common tones, as well as the 3rd and the 7th. Okay? Let's talk about the 2-5-1 progression. It's one of the most common progressions in jazz. Okay? I'm going to work very simply in the key of C. So 2, that's our 2 chord. That's our Roman numeral 2, 5, 7, and 1. Okay? I use Roman numerals, and the theory world uses Roman numerals to use it to easily transpose. Okay? Now, for in the key of C, in C major, we have 5, 7, which is C, D, E, F, G. So we have G7, that's our G7 chord. And then 2, our minor chord, is D minor. A little quick note on minor, you can see it many different ways. I use a minus for minor. Some people will also write M-I-N for minor. In rare cases you see lowercase, but we're just going to use the minus one. So you want to spell those chords out. Okay, let's start with the major, the one we know, 1, 3, and 5. C, E, and G. Now let's do our 5, 7. We have G, B, D, F. Okay, and then 2. Now if it were D major, it would be D, F sharp, A. But it's minor, so we're flatting the 3rd. Okay, so we flat the 3rd there. Now we want to find all the relations between these chords to make sure that we can play a nice melody connected through the 3s and 7s as well as the common tones. So, the 3rd, let's just circle those. Seventh and the 3rd. Those are the money notes. Those are the notes you want to start off when you're improvising, the ones you want to go for. So, let's see. Is there a half step somewhere in this? No, I don't see that. So let's do a common tone of F. Okay? So I'll use these other notes, but I'll use the note F to transition between this D minor chord and this G7 chord. Now, in here, in the G7 chord, you'll find that the F is a half step away from E, so you can use that to sound jazzy to finish your phrase, and I'm going to end on C as a way to just end the jazz phrase. Now, let's use this clarinet as an example. I'm not going to transpose, I'm going to play the notes that I've written on the board. So we have F, D, F, F, E, C. And that's a good way to end your phrases, because when you improvise, you want to think about how you're telling your story and you're finishing your phrases in your improvisation. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps.